Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. And just to answer you that question, that link is for if you want to join my membership program, where you get access to members videos, exclusive live streams, exclusive videos. It's great. So that's what the link is for. But as the title suggests, General Hospital Willow is wilding out, and I am here for it. Okay, I am 100% here for it. Okay, absolutely 100% here for it. Okay, because of all the people that sat there and said that Willow was born, weeping Willow, this, that, and the third. Well, she ain't boring anymore. Let's sit there and do roll call and get this started. Amy H is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Queen of the South is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Allison is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Black Mon, aka Mr. GQ, is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Crystal is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ariana is in the chat. How you doing tonight? It's good to see you. Sandy Moon is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hope everyone had a great day. It's good to see you. Willow ain't playing. Yes, Ariana, Willow ain't playing, and let me tell you something. I am so here for this shit. I'm so here for it. Yes, Willow ain't playing. Yo, the fact of the matter is that she got away with attempted murder, and she still is deciding to do this shit is fucking crazy. What's good, Sean? I'm doing good, Blackmon. How you doing today? Um, yeah, I had a good day, and I was off, so that's always good. Um, she is busy. What the fuck? It's not what I wanted. It's not what I want. Jesus Christ! Unfucking believable. There we go. Jerry, what's good, Jerry? Ariana says she is 100% going back and looking at her face when she was acquitted. It's not a surprise. It was, yeah. Yeah, she's she's definitely wilding out. The fact that she got, I just, I gotta sit there and look at that. Because the thing is, like, I saw the fucked up version. I saw the fucked up version yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to watch. I didn't get a chance to really watch it today since I already watched it yesterday. So I didn't. Yeah, I'll check it out on Hulu now. I'll check it out on Hulu. I'm assuming they. Black Mom says, I think Willow and Drew portray will win both lead actors and actresses an Emmy this year. They're killing their performance. Yes. I gotta rewatch that. John. I know it's on Hulu tonight, so I'm gonna sit there and check it out. My DVR, for some odd reason, didn't record it, which is really annoying. I don't understand how that's supposed to work out, but I gotta see that. I gotta see that shit for myself. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, listen, I'm not gonna sit there and believe that a fucking nepo baby is going to be able to beat a trained fucking officer. It's just like, no, no, no. Um, that's just me. Well, Allison, who said that Drew's leaving the show? Right now, it just says that he's in a I'm gonna see it for myself tonight. So I'm telling you what I told Curry yesterday is Chase getting his badge back. He's next to go back to a rookie cop and do some training again. How the F he lose to Michael Badley? All right, well, I'm gonna check it out tonight. And since I got commercial free on Hulu, I could just skip right to it. And what's good, Big Nate? All right, I got to check this out. They were decent. They were decent, Nate. Or what the hell I was gonna sit there and say? You know, it's funny. Somebody sat there and said, "It's like, so wait, there's no cameras." Like I said, it's fucking wild that. And the thing is, here's the thing: she put this man in a. The fact that she took him to General Hospital, started doing the whole crying and tears thing, and it was like, well, what happened? Well, me and him was both drinking wine, and we were celebrating, and then like half his felt straight, like it was starting to freeze. Now we just, and even Kyle was just like, yeah, okay, All right, yeah, y'all listen, y'all are hyping this shit up like Michael just decimated fucking Chase. So I'm gonna watch this shit tonight. Like I said, I had to watch the like fucked up bad quality version. So, um, speaking of that, it is fucking 8 o'clock. Let me first see if it's even up. Yeah, that's what I said. It was good to see her. What's good, Tracy Steves? Aaron says, Albert, it's how Michael acted, not so much what he did. Okay. It's so weird when I go and I look for something and then like I see something else and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I want to sit there and check this out. Let's see. Uh, ain't that a bitch? Isn't it? They're saying it's coming out, bro. It's 8 o'clock. The fuck you mean it's coming out? What's good, Double C? What's good, Letitia? It's good to see you. What you want to tell me? Ain't that a bitch? Unbelievable. What's good, Danny Bear? It's good to see you. And what if I am Joe? What if I am Joe? Here's the thing. I don't do teams, but listen. I got to sit there and see this for myself. I love how it's 8 o'clock and this thing is coming up. Like, bro, the shit is already supposed to be out already, not coming up. But I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens. What's good, Dave? I mean, you got the one. Oh, absolutely. Although I do got to get some more though. I do got to get some more. So what's good, Michelle? Oh yeah, and I got the one. Exactly, double C. People, like I said, people was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so boring." Now, like now they gave her some shit to do. So, like, I'm here for it personally. By the way, if you're in the chat, make sure you do hit the like button. Um, because that really does actually help. Oh yeah, and Ernest says, "I feel it up. I feel the Wild West." Nah, it's not. It's not Wild West style tonight. I don't see people wilding out. Only had two. Like I said, I only had two people. Thank you, Double C. I only had two people that was like used to wild out like that, and one of them is not here. So, and even that person, when they do get here, they're usually more chill. Often saying he can replace Britt. The man told Sitwell last week she was irreplaceable for right now. Well, I don't know if Britt wants to sit there and take that chance. Like the conversations are on it. Um, they don't want Britt to have the upper hand. I don't know. I'm just like I don't think that she can afford to sit there and take that chance. WC Dark Angel was my show. You know, I never actually. I've seen clips of it, but I never actually watched it though. What's good, LaShanta Hunter? Willow knew what she was doing when she threw the needle away. She's very well, of course, yeah, exactly. Yeah, she is. She absolutely is. LaShanta. That's a good thing, though. In a sense, that's a good thing, though. I just, like I said, I look at it and I'm like, what's good, Ron? I'm not gonna lie. I'm still kind of annoyed that, like, well, hopefully by fucking 10 o'clock. Hopefully by 10 o'clock they'll fucking put it back on. Um, there we go. But yeah, whatever romance that people are looking for with Britt and Jason, they ain't gonna be getting it for a while. Okay, like they ain't gonna be getting that shit for a while. Ross put the fucking smash on that shit. You know. Um, Now my question is, um, what is Kai and Trina gonna do now? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Stella got on my fucking nerves from day one, and it was a good thing that Isaiah reminded busybody Stella that Portia was the one that was there fighting for her when she was gonna get arrested. And she did apologize afterwards, but I'm still in some like, fuck you, Stella. Like that is, I'm still on some fuck you Stella shit. I believe that Sam is back. Based off of what? What's your take on a Brady, Kristen, Lord of Rachel scene? It was a scene. I mean, like, um, I think that Kristen is still on some stupidness. Talking about she wants to take Rachel out the place that's supposed to help her because she's like, oh, I'm mother. I'm her mother, and I can sit there and help her. I was like, listen, she has been doing some crazy shit from fucking day one, and you think that you need to take her out the place? You need to take her out the place as actually something that they're trying to help her. Kristen, you're. Once she said that, I was like, Kristen, you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, I just like I said, Allison, I can't with Stella. Just getting up in her face and everything like that. I was like, girl, first of all, you do realize that she's pregnant, right? And that she doesn't need stress. And you get up in her face and you're all like, da 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 this and da 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 da. I was like, girl, go back to your fucking desk and do your goddamn work. It's just that they're fucking arguing with a pregnant woman. Like I felt like that was just. I mean, well, no, of course, Allison. Like Kelly Monaco was fired, but that doesn't mean that somebody else can't come and play Sam. I just don't know. I'm not even gonna bother. Um, they should move Rachel to another place. That doctor is stupid. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty stupid, Danny. Yeah, exactly, Ariana. Estella was being alive. I'm like, girl. First of all, like, I get you don't like her because of what she did and everything like that, but you are arguing with a pregnant woman. Like, what are you doing? And you work in the medical area and stuff like that. I'm not saying that she spoiled little Rachel. I'm just saying that she was a bad influence on her. Double C says Demetri and Gwen were too funny on days. Well, somebody got to kick out of that. Gwen loves to sit there and play the mean girl, and she gets all like angry and stuff like that. Like you're upset with him because he cut you off from your funds that you never deserved in the first place. And then you act like a little brat and start pouring beer on him. I'm like, you. I don't think that's not gonna be that much. But here's the thing now. Like Gwen could be kind of annoying, but like Gwen isn't Vanessa annoying, like on Beyond the Gates. Um what's good, Susan R? It's good to see you. So good. And, listen, Michael had a point. Michael was like, you see how Drew treats his own kid. Why the hell would I let my kids anywhere near Drew? You know? Because the problem's never really so much been Willow. Not really. But Drew is a fucking no-no. Yeah, it's good to see you, Susan. Um, what's good, Pam? Hmm. What's good, Eagle? What was the point of the group therapy thing with Matt Clark? Some of the work. I'm not gonna lie, that was. But it's actually really interesting though, Eagle. Maybe a day before. I think the day I was watching that episode, um, Joshua Morrow was on Michael Femer's channel, and Michael Femer asked him. He was like, "Do you think that like Nicholas is going to get an addiction to those pills?" And Joshua Morrow was like, "No, because I think he's like well put together and this, that, and the third." And then I think in today's episode, you see him, in a lot of pain or whatever. Or was it yesterday? You saw him in a lot of pain, and then he pulled out, the fentanyl pills. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that scene was stupid. Okay, Ron, that's cool. Um, but yeah, here's the I feel like Michael Fairman knew that the character Nick Newman was going to be get addicted to those pills. And he tried to play it off and try to ask him the question, and you know, Morrow, kind of was like, oh, I don't know, because he seems like he's well put together and everything like that. But I felt like Michael was trying to play off like he didn't have inside information, when in reality he did. In reality, I think he knew that where that was going, you know. But that's just my interpretation guess. Um, Now, Eagle says I had to address one of your videos. I know you're not directly to people being outraged about Willow, but I brought it up. Portia having the only I brung up Portia having the only person being held accountable while Sonny, Liz, yeah, and I said the same shit. He was constructively bound to not. No, no, of course not, Ariana. Like I figured that. I figured that. It's just like, let's just say I've been in a position to know certain things before it's actually happened. So like I know how it is to sit there and kind of like act like you don't know, but you really do know um about a future storyline. But yes, I know. And like I said, Eagle, like I said, I found it very funny that people were outraged and upset about Willow walking free. It was good to have them walking free when in reality, Sonny killed an FBI agent. That dude was just not there, just walking around sitting pretty. I'm like, what are we doing at this point? I'm like, we're not gonna play that game like, you know. Yeah, you're right. No one was outraged at Sonny. All of his action. Elizabeth admitted to the police she took part in the kid. Facts. And what did she get? And what did she get? She got a fucking promotion. She got a goddamn promotion. So I'm like, no, we're not gonna play that game. I think it's great she's free. Who's she going for next? Why do I have a feeling it's gonna be Jacinda? Like, why do I have a feeling it's gonna be Jacinda? Exactly. That's what mobsters do. Ariana says Liz got a statue and a pen and a pat on the back. Yeah, exactly. Like we're not gonna play that game. Like I said, for me, I found it funny, you know. So what's good, Kaiwan? Eagle says Kristen being annoying on days today, not understanding still. Child is a maniac that belongs where she is right now. I feel bad for Brady. Dude is handcuffed. Exactly, yes. I said the same thing before you walked into. Yes, Ron. I like her. I like her accent. I care for the character. She can be a little extra at times, and she has this way of not being self-aware of shit. Like she snipped to talking about how nobody likes her in the town and stuff like that, but like she acts like she doesn't understand why people don't fuck with her. What's good, Monique? I just yeah, exactly. Ariana, I feel like that's what's gonna be next. Monique says the look on Michael, the look Michael had when Chase punched him. He was like, "That's." I didn't see that part before it got all fugly and shit. Um, and now Hulu wants to sit there and start playing fucking games. Gwen is like Phyllis. Both do mess up things. Then people don't like them or trust them, but they all sad about it. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't sit there and play that game. Like, that's just shit that just like that annoys me with both of them. But I'm not gonna lie, I was not here for Daniel and in another one of his self-righteous speeches. Thank you, Monique. Thank you. I will do that. You know, it's actually really funny. Like, I do know that channel too. Yeah, I gotta see this Ariana. What the fuck you fucking like fucking cool, man. Swear. I'm probably gonna wind up doing that too. Thank you. Eagle says Newman's trying to throw their morality card on Kane and Phyllis. Maybe you should have focused on Matt Clark. Dude is gonna escape. I don't, and that's the thing with Victor. This is why, as much as I like Victor, I find it very difficult to um have any sort of sympathy for him because once again, you're gonna sit there and what keep somebody in your damn dungeon until what they escape, and then what? You know, Michael versus Chase. 1 second, Ron. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Then he says Victoria got on my nerves, getting mad at Billy because he's happy Newman's was attacked, saying it's their kids' legacies. She didn't say anything to Victor or Adam after. Exactly. And thank you. Blackmon has Blackmon has been a member. What's good, cherry ice cream? Mm, okay, well. Blackmon Blackmon has been a member for 36 months. I'm glad that you went to channel. Still, thank you. John wasn't the first person he had captive in his basement. Remember his first wife Julian, he kept her lover in the. In what? What the fuck? Are you serious? And thank you, Ariana, who also been here for 36 months. So thank you so much. Seriously, been rocking with the channel from jump. Um, so I seriously I appreciate you too, as well as all my other members. Um, do you think that Crazy Willow will hurt Nina next? No, I think just she won't have any problems if they're going after Jacinda though. I mean, I don't really care for romance, but if it gets Jennifer and Jack off his ass, and I'm here for it. Yes, I remember. I remember. Um, Ariane, I remember. And like I said, I'm so grateful to have you. Seriously. So thank you. There we go. Oh, why do I feel like that was so much work? Latasha says, I like Chelsea telling Phyllis she's going to slip up and fall and she won't know what hit her. Willow sees Jacinda as another block to her kids. Yep. Mm-hmm. An obstacle that she will be happy was good at an obstacle she can't wait to sit there and probably get rid of. Monique says, Kenny made a good point about Sally. She is constantly trying to mold Billy into the version she wants him to be. She will never truly accept Billy for who he is. And that's a fucking fact. Listen, I'm getting so sick and tired of Sally and her constant nagging at Billy. Listen, I can't tell if that's your girlfriend or your mother at this point. And also, you knew exactly who you were fucking dealing with. I don't understand how you sit there and you date these people and then you get upset when they act like the version that they are. I don't get that. Like, I really don't get that. And it's not like he didn't sit there and tell you, hey, listen, if I have a chance to go after Chancellor, I'm going to take it. She knew that. Now she's not there getting up in Kane's face talking about, well, you need to rescind the offer and this, that, and the third. And you're also sitting there saying, like, she literally sat there and said, when Billy was like, hey, you knew that if I had the opportunity to sit there and take um Chancellor, I was going to take it. That's why I made the contract. And she literally sat there and said, one second, Ed. She literally sat there and said, yeah, I know that. But I didn't think it was going to be an actual opportunity for you to take it. I was like, wait, let me get this straight. You just acknowledged that he told you he was going to take that, but now you're upset because you're like, oh, well, I didn't think you was going to have the opportunity to take it. What the? What am I watching at this point? As says the Oscars goes to Willow because she may be setting the stage to take Drew off of life support. There's always these rumors that um, Cameron Madison is going to leave the show. He's getting fired, and people are at a point where they're like signing petitions to get him to leave. Like it's yes, I'm getting so sick and tired of Sally the fucking nag. Like it's literally getting on my fucking nerves. I'm like, girl, like either get with the program or kick rocks without socks. You just looking hella foolish at this point. Exactly, Danny Bear. Exactly, and that's the thing. You're supposed to not like Drew. You're supposed to not like Drew. Sally tried to do that with Adam, and Wyatt tried to change them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she probably didn't like when Wyatt was sitting there trying to do that shit to her. No, I don't think so, Ron. Willow, exactly, Sean. Exactly. Latasha says Willow would hurt Jacinda before. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was saying. Yes. And that's another thing, Ariana. Cameron is used to playing the good guy, right? For the most part, even though all my children, yeah, he did some shady stuff, but for the most part, he was a good guy, right? The Hallmark movies, he's a good guy. So it's like they had to sit there and make that transformation for him, you know? So I'm totally, you know what I'm saying? Like people, I really do feel like people just being oversensitive. And I'm so sick of everyone asking, like, what Kane and Phyllis did was the worst thing when fired the first shot and was going after Jack next. The, yes. That's why I sat there and said, Ed, I'm like, yo, listen, um, that's why I couldn't sit there and take another one of Daniel's self righteous speeches with Phyllis. Oh, I'm just trying to get you to see your better angels. Maybe you should sit there and appreciate Phyllis for who the fuck she is because you know damn well she's not gonna fucking change. Is Drew going to pull a Ryan Chamberlain? Everyone thought he had a locked in syndrome. Facts. I get it, both of them to turn on another side of their craft. Yeah. So like they had to do it. But like I said, and then he sits there and he's like, well, what about this? What about that? I was like, Daniel, listen, you need to sit there. I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, Phyllis is going to be who Phyllis is going to be, right? It's, it is what it is. That's why I'm so glad that Phyllis just cut him off. It's like nobody needs to hear that. As says also, I'm also tired of Jack and everybody else looking for Billy to fail. I don't know this version, so Abbott is this Billy good on handling his life and company. I don't know that as much because I've only been watching the show for like 3 years. Um, I do. Here's the thing, Ed. I do feel like the other actor that played Billy, he used to constantly screw up, and with these characters, they love to sit there and remind him of his past. This is why DC was like, I don't see Jason Thomas version of Billy as a screw up. You know, how they tone Jason down. I don't see this version as a screw up, but to be fair, I don't have the history that other people have. But I do get what you're saying, though, Ed. Like it does start to get kind of like, wow. Adam is not there saying that Billy's a screw up. Victor's not there saying that Billy's a screw up. Jack is not there waiting for Billy to screw up again. Oh, okay. So yeah, so you watched the show before me. Yeah. Um, I just Namoni says I think it's because of past actions of Billy is why people doubt him and why is he doing a script. Yeah, exactly. And they love to sit there and constantly bring that up. Um, I'm just saying with like honestly, tell you, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what Chelsea was actually even thinking of doing. In my opinion, Frank Fountain was better on the way to live than on General Hospital. Um, I just don't understand like what was Chelsea even sitting there thinking. He seems more laid back than anything. Okay. Um, so Danny needs to back off of Tessa because he's so worried about being her man. And did he even get a new job? It's like, did he even get a job? And see, that's another thing, right? Like that's what made me laugh. That's what made me laugh, and just also got me annoyed. He went to that party and he's going to talk about, well, Billy's going to sit there and fail. I'm glad that you got out of that sinking ship. I'm like, bro, you don't even have a job. I was like, let me tell you something. People with no jobs don't get to sit there and criticize somebody else who has a fucking job. Like, that's not how that works. Like, honestly, tell you, Daniel, here's my issue. Daniel has no room to talk when he slept with a married woman, broke up or not, but still. He hasn't, well, that, and also he doesn't have a job, you know? Seriously, people with no fucking job should not be able to sit there and talk shit about somebody who does have a job. Like, that is just fucking wild to me, you know? Um, so now what's next for Audra? What's next for Audra? What's next for, I mean, like I said, I think that, so where does Daniel get money from? Listen, that's a damn good question. Like, how is that motherfucker able to sit there and pay rent? Like, I don't get that shit. And Thomas is pissing me off, like saying that's not good enough. My dad is still lying to me. I really sat there was like, she should. My whole thing was like, here's the thing. Thomas pissed me off, and listen, the dude is so fucking stupid enough to try to hit somebody with a pumpkin, run into the street, got hit by a fucking car, and just let this saying, well, that's not good enough. I was like, did you not listen to a fucking word that Jeremy sat there and said about giving him a fucking try? I understand you're upset and stuff like that, but people fuck up. Nobody's perfect, right? I'm not a fan of Jack and Jennifer that they're telling Chad who he should and shouldn't be dating. Um, Not a fan of that at all. I think that I think that like most of these shows, these parents give their kids way too much fucking power. Way too much goddamn power. Julie's a fucking idiot. Marlena actually came there. And, she didn't really feel like talking, so Julie made this stupid ass fucking comment. And, at that point, she was like, you know what? I should just probably leave. I should just probably leave. And she's like, oh no, don't leave. I was like, well, you should have thought about that before you made your little stupid ass remark. Then trying to play it off like it's a fucking joke. What's good, Jonathan? Even Audra told Sally you knew who Billy was before and after you got with him. what would be so bad if Billy was just Billy? Exactly, Jonathan. Um, like you know damn well who you're dating. Let's not sit there and play that game. I don't understand Sarah at this point. Like Maggie literally sat there and said, like, Sarah, did you go to Xander to pick a fight with him just this way you could sit there and see him? And then she got upset at first, but I'm like, here's my thing. Here's my thing. Danny Bear. One second, Spider Quake. Here's my thing about that. I'm gonna get to people's comments in a second. Here's my thing about that, Danny Bear. What Chad should have said was because he brought up the pills, right? It should have been more like, well, you were high when you hit Gwen, but yet, Jack gave you a second chance. You hit his daughter with a car while you were high, and Jack gave you a second chance. So what's so bad about what Chad did with with um with Cat? Talking about, oh well, that was too far. Listen, he wasn't sitting there doing it to say that you weren't a capable, wasn't a capable person. He could have. You could have sat there and said, "Hey, listen, how am I supposed to sit there and know how you're going to be handling my kids if life gets too damn hard?" You could sit there and turn back the pills. They could have sat there and brought up how Jack is a fucking rapist. If we're gonna be honest, he could have fucking went there. I get so sick and tired of Jack, of Chad, of these characters pulling their fucking punches. Mike Quick says how days has been this week. Haven't seen a single episode. I was gonna watch today until I saw the unattractive old demon Julie in the thumbnail. It's been okay. It's been okay. He's too nice, Danny Bear. One access to the previous small GH and Tracy said that Jason I will be your ally because I know you did this to Jerome. Like dead ass serious. Like I don't. I know I heard Sean on Sunday. Eh, it's what else? I feel like people like really like over exaggerate on the fucking weather. Like, oh my god, it's gonna be snow. It's gonna be like 12 to 13 inches. Yeah, okay, cool. Go ahead and shovel and chill the fuck out. What's good, Jess? Because she wants Rachel home instead of getting the help. I said the same thing, Ed. I was like, girl, I was like, literally, Rachel has shot somebody, tried to poison someone, and everything and in between. And you sitting there talking about like, bring him back home. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, that old guy, fucking Foster. I don't know what is it with act like you never saw snow. Exactly. I was like, it's literally not the end of the world. Like, it literally is not the end of the world. Oh, I'm not Spider Quick. I'm not. I never do. It's not that serious. Have a good night, Havlin. I think my whole thing is when I go to work and people sit there and talk about it and they talk about it and they talk about it. And I'm just like, in my head, it's like, will you just shut the fuck up about the goddamn snow? Sunday, Jess. like I said, it's just like they just sit there, and then they'll walk up to me and be like, "Oh, did you hear anything about the snow?" I was like, "If you do not shut the fuck up about that goddamn fucking snow, like you just get so tired." I guess it's just maybe it's just me. I guess it's just maybe just me. Like I don't fucking care. Like, why are you telling me this for? Like, is that supposed to make me feel better or something? Why they can't talk about it? It's not. It's not that, Jess. It's just like, what is that supposed to do? Like them stuff they're talking about. Like, what is that supposed to make me feel? Like, oh wow, the snow, really? Oh my god, I'm so glad that you told me about it. I heard it like 14 times today, but the 15th time is just so much. When he says, glad Eric is fighting for himself and what he wants from being big. Let me tell you something. RJ, Mr. Steal Your Girl Forrester, has entered the building, and I guarantee you he's going to sit there and take a lecture. Um, he's going to sit there and take a lecture. And listen, Ivory is just. I've never liked Ivory since day one. Why? What's the difference, Jess? What's the difference between Sunday and Monday? Uh, I don't hate him, Jess. I don't hate him. Um, but I can tell you right now, Jess, like when those two were sitting there talking to each other, Will and RJ, you can tell there was animosity right off rip. Because I think Will's like, we shouldn't sit there and be like, we shouldn't be like our fathers. What do you mean? What's the difference between Sunday and Monday? Well, you just said, oh, I wish it can happen on Monday as opposed to Sunday. Like, what's the difference? Yeah, like, what's the difference if it happens on Monday? Like, you still have to go to work. I mean, I don't listen. I don't know your work schedule or anything like that, but like, WC says, why the F would RJ want to lecture, aka his? Well, it's not his bio cousin. What's good, Charlie? Let's everyone welcome Charlie here. Okay. Eh, listen, that's only a name. That's only, I mean, listen, Jonathan, I feel differently. Okay? I feel differently. Um, I'm gonna stand on that. Thank you, Charlie. But no, like, listen, that's only a name only. And what's good, Anita? Aneta? They ain't in a relation. They ain't blood. Like, I don't know. I don't see the big deal. I don't see the problem in it. Who needs to mind her business that pays her? She's pushing Deacon to be with Taylor like you broke up with Carter to be with Liam because she wanted the man that can give her the life she wanted. I don't understand. See, my whole thing is like I don't. No, they didn't break up yet. I'm thinking that RJ. I'm thinking that RJ is going to sit there and take a lecture because I feel like um here's the thing. I feel like there's an attraction with Electra and Arjun. I feel like there's an attraction. So um yeah, exactly. They ain't bio cousins. Like I don't see the problem. I just he does. I agree with that, Jonathan. He does. Oh yeah, listen, and that's the thing though, right? Like, Ivory was like, I think it's here's the thing. Ivory was like, I think it's inappropriate for Dylan to be sitting there staying with Will. I'm like, Ivory, she's homeless. Where do you think? Where do you want her to go? Now, Electra did sit there and make that shit clear, like, yo, listen, we're friends, but have a good night, Sean. Um, we're friends, but at the end of the day, that's her boyfriend, right? And here's the thing, every single time you saw Dylan and Will, she's always there giving him that look like she wants to sit there and have sex or whatever. Yes, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow, Sean. So it'll be fun. So here's the thing, that she's gonna cross a boundary. And now that RJ's back and he's looking at Electra like a snack. So yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. And like I said, I don't understand how Hope. Here's the thing: Hope got told by Steffi, "Hey, listen, my your dad can't be with my mom because Sheila will sit there and attack my mother." Deacon said the same thing to Hope, and Hope was like, "I still going to encourage this. I'm still encouraging this relationship between you and Taylor." I'm like, you know what? In all reality, why are people sitting there listening to Hope? You went back out with a man who cheated on you multiple fucking times. You went back out with Liam Spencer. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I think Liam and Hope deserve each other. Um, I think that Carter is hella desperate. Okay, Carter's so desperate that he had a ring out on the spot, ready to sit there and marry Daphne. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I still don't understand why Liam and Hope got back together. I mean, these are two idiots that sat there and listened to their daughter, who also married them because apparently that's fucking legal. Um, the sad thing is, Jess, I think that Carter has been done before Hope. Um, Hope definitely did not help that situation. Him being with Hope didn't help that situation, but exactly, Danny B. I was like, I think he's always been. Yep, the Liam and Hope again. And the actor that plays what you call it. It's actually really interesting that the actor that plays Carter said that technically Brooke Brooke actually was the one that effed up on the whole rights thing. Like the reason why Forrester lost the rights to Brooke. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. Um, thank you for being here. Because there was a point where Brooke was responsible for handling that day to day activity stuff. and that including making sure that they have the rights to the name Brooke Logan. So, like in all reality, Brooke, you lost you lost the rights to your name because of you. Now, Ed says, I enjoyed Demetri sticking it to Gwen. So she's like, you cost me Maddie, aka Leo. I need Gwen to shut up and make up with the Horton family and get a job at the paper. I mean, she needs to start taking accountability for her actions, you know? Johnson says Chase had accused Dante of being biased, but he's the one who is biased and will end up singing a different tune when he learns the truth. Yes, yes, he will. Here's the thing, like with Chase, like I know people listen to saying, well, he's dumb and he's stupid and he picked the wrong side and this, that, and the third. Like Chase is loyal, but I think like I can understand where it's like, bro, you giving a little bit too much energy to her. But I just and now Katie wants to start her own her own fashion line. I mean, her own fashion house. Which listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And I said to you, if it just shows you just how selfish Brooke is. Like, how do you want to sit there and tell your own sister, oh, well, she can't use the last name because it's mine? Girl, that shit ain't yours. What are you talking about? Brooke, Logan is the name that all three of y'all share. All three of y'all share that goddamn name, and you sit there acting like that shit is yours. Oh, well, the name Logan is synonymous with the fashion world. No, it's synonymous with Forrester creation. And it's not just your fucking name. But the sad thing is that Brooke has always been a selfish fucking twit. She's just like not giving a fuck now. Yeah, Ed, I gotta really sit there and see that fight. I saw the fucked up version of it. Now, Danny says Brooke didn't care about the name Logan until Katie. Exactly. I know, Ed. I'm gonna watch it after the stream. I'm gonna watch it after the stream. I was trying to wait for Hulu to actually do their job and fucking upload it, but yeah, I found the channel I can sit there and watch it on. So I'll watch it. I'll watch it after the stream. I mean, and yes, and that's the thing, Spider Quick. This is something that I've been Smith is saying. Just in case, okay. She's talking about the fight when Nina beat the shit out of Carly. Okay, that's what she's talking about. She's talking about that fight when Nina beat Carly's ass like she stole something. Okay, when Carly was sitting there talking all that shit, all that yang yang, and Nina decided to show her a good time. And by a good time, I mean she whooped that ass. She reminded Carly that that chick is not untouchable. That's what Jess is referring to, in case people want to understand. Yes, no, thank you, Charlie. Exactly. She had to sit there. Exactly. She had to sit there and save her. She's like, oh my god, I'm so glad that my teenage daughter saved my ass. I'm getting that ass beat. So, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think what Justice Smith is saying is that I need to find that clip again, and I need to sit there and replay it for people. You know, like I said, she whooped that ass like she stole something. She was lucky. She was lucky that her teenage daughter stopped it. Take that woman out. I can keep going, but I'm gonna stop right now. I never said that. Chad, that's what she means, though. I gotta refine it. Ed. I gotta refine it. I love that clip too. I played it a lot when Jess was snipped in disbelief. But now I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna make sure I have it the next time. Don't worry, I will. Seriously, Sherry. Exactly. Exactly, Jess. Don't worry, Spider Quick. Fucking. At this point, she should already know what I'm doing. But I know, and it almost like literally almost burst in my goddamn eardrums. Well, see, that's the thing, Spider Quick. It's very hard to do when you have these things called receipts. Yeah, I love to actually have receipts. I didn't think it was actually that loud. What's good, Kevin? I heard Michael push Love Triangle with Sasha and Jacinda. Okay. Um, unless unless we're getting a new actress. Do you watch General Hospital True Charlie? Okay. What other soaps do you watch? What other shows do you watch? Because like right now, I'm watching a show called Invincible. So I'm not a fan of those either, Jonathan. As said, as said. So what's good, Dolomedics? Good to see you. So Did Victor have a death match with Matt Clark? Listen, I'm wondering what he loves that they're putting people in fucking dungeons and shit like that. Yeah, Domex. I feel like I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've seen you. Even though, I saw you in the member stream on Sunday when we did our final. Um, uh, what's the character we looked at on Sunday? Oh, wow, okay. Yep, I don't think I'm actually gonna drink all that. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Paul Mendez. My God, was he a scumbag? Hey, Jess, you still here? I want to know. I want to know if Jess is still here. Okay. Now she's gonna take off the. Tomax says, "Yeah, Paul Mendez and my last blast crew. It took me back to one of my favorite days ever. Yeah, listen, that was a fun stream, and it was also like a really good idea to Jonathan. Um, what makes you not trust Sienna? I'm not gonna. Obviously, I had to sit there and skip around some stuff, but let's give it a shot. To, oh yeah, let's sit there and play. Let's play the clip where Nina whooped that ass. Give me a second. I want to sit there and see everybody's thing. Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah, Cherry, no, it's coming. It's coming.
And Willow, my God, she's just gonna blindly follow him, doing whatever she wants, not even noticing that it's hurting the children. She doesn't deserve those kids, and she doesn't deserve to be a mother. Don't you help me! Don't you You sanctimonious bitch! God, get off of me!
So yeah, like I said, remember that time that Nina busted that ass? Because I remember it. And see, I've learned from Kyrie's to always have my receipts. Danny says Paul was a nasty ass putting the call. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, yeah, exactly. Danny Bear knows about that. Danny Bear knows about Paul Mendez and just how much of a sick fuck he was. Back back in the day. Justin says, "I'll be giving Nina too much." I don't have. I don't have to give her credit. I don't have to give that woman that much credit. She did it all for me. I didn't give her anything. That was all Nina. I didn't do anything. Exactly. Go, Nina. Whoop that ass. Nina said Carly can match these hands. Exactly. Okay, so you don't. Okay, so you're a wrestling fan. Okay, Charles. Like I said, Nina whooped that ass. And by the way, guess who's not here to sit there and back that up? Not from what I saw. Did we watch this? See, I don't see Jess's comments. No, Spider. I think she just conveniently left because she knew that I was gonna sit there and come with those goddamn receipts. I remember. I mean, you asked him, and he may deny it, but yeah, I remember. I'm not gonna lie, he did actually have that really cool video that he did. Carly had to be saved by Josh because Nina ready to go to jail. Yes, that's true. There's more to her than what we know. Look up, Doc. Facts, medics. I don't know why. It's when you say Josh, I always sit there and think of saying Jess, but listen, I had to sit there and pull out the receipts. Okay, Jess needs to understand that. Like, whenever I sit there and talk about somebody whooping somebody's ass, I'm gonna bring the receipts. Like, she's been in my streams long enough to sit there and know, like, you know, I come in with the receipts. But yeah, yes, she was in WSP training. Yes, yes, she was. My favorite Carly moment Abbott replay because Carly played F around and she did play F around and her ass found out when she got that goddamn smack on her face. Johnson says I'm not denying that Nina had the advantage, but it wasn't exactly a home run. Here's the thing, Jonathan. I'm gonna explain after. Domek says Nina said, "Let me beat you with the decorated candle." Exactly. Yes. Here's my thing, Jonathan. Carly always walks around and acting like she's tough shit, right? And Nina was not playing. My whole thing was like, don't fuck with Nina. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, Carly wants to then act like she's unfucking touchable. And Nina proved that she's not untouchable. She's not unfucking beatable. Okay, you're not just fucking Don Kevlar, like, she proved that, like, you can be touched. Like, that's my whole thing. And like I said, listen, at the end of the day, she was on top of her. So, like, he reminded Carly that you're not fucking untouchable and you're not unbeatable. And I think that's what that comes down to. Mike Quick says, remember when Lulu slapped the taste out of Brooklyn's mouth? Yeah, I remember that. Dominic says Carly better never catch Nina in a bath and body or Yankees candle because Nina will have a store full of weapons then. But Nina won't care. She hates Drew. Here's my whole thing, and here's the I can understand where Lashonda is coming from because was Lashonda actually in the chat earlier too though? I think I saw Lashonda. Wow, okay, that's gone too far. Well, whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, no, that's fine. I saw it. I thought it was gonna be at 9, so I double checked or whatever. That's when Nina tried to finish what she started with Carly, and she fell into the swimming pool. Like I said, oh shit, Letitia. Oh shit. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. I don't know. Like I said, I think my point still stands. That whole thing. Like Carly, you want to sit there and try to always act like you're tough shit, like you can't be touched, and your ass can't be touched. That's the bottom line. And it says Carly also had to be saved. Lashana, Lashana. Okay, let me get it at some point. It says Carly also had to be saved from Brenda in 2009 about her wedding dress, and in 2013 when Brenda did a reverse move, security had to grab her from knocking Carly out. I think I remember that. Oh, Latasha. Oh, wow. That was so long. Latasha, thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. I don't know why. Because here's the thing. I know that I saw her in JLJ Media's chat. I still remember the fight that she had with Sam. It's funny, Danny. But we were actually watching that this weekend. Um, we did a who was Samantha Call night, and I don't think I still have it. No, I don't have it. But um, listen, Sam held her own. Sam held her own, and that's the thing I like about Sam. Listen, Sam was littler than her, but Sam was a fucking fighter, and I like rewatching those scenes for Sam. Like really made me miss how Sam used to be. Sam was not a person that sat there and took anybody's shit. She didn't take shit from anybody, from Carly, Jason, Liz, nobody. And I so rock with that. I don't know if you was there for that. I do remember sitting there playing that. Um oh, you have that clip. Okay, Danny. Ariana says Sam came from the streets. She let you know and backed it up. Yes. And that's the thing that like is so fucking tragic about her character, right? She started off as a fucking badass, as a force that was not going to let anybody sit there and push her around, not even fucking Carly. And then towards the end, she became nothing more than a fucking Karen. And honestly, tell you the truth, some people sit there and argue. Some people sit there and say that she phoned it in. That's that like literally. And I could have swore like, and don't quote me on this, but yeah, sure, I do remember. She played a character named Cassie, and she was also in a show called Loving Too. Don't forget Robin, whose side Carly was professional, but did not take her. Yeah, Robin was another one. She was a scene, exactly, Ariana. She was a scene filler. Yeah, Sam was a fucking badass. And like I said, it's a shame what they want to do on her character towards the end. And it just, Kelly Monaco just kind of reminds you that, like, unfortunately, there's, when it comes to what she showed, a lot of times the background drama could really affect the show. I don't know who was more at fault or who was the bad guy, either Kelly or Frank Valentine, right? I don't know. But whatever it was, it resulted in her character turning into shit and ultimately being fired from the show. And it's unfortunate, but there are shows where, like, the background drama and whatever else is going on backstage could sit there and affect how the show plays out. And that's something that I really felt when I was sitting there watching those classic scenes. I was like, damn, she was a badass. And then they didn't know what to do with her. They had her hook up with fucking Patrick Drake. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, I know that she had to be on the show. She had to stay on the show and everything like that. She was with Patrick. She was with Dante. Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? If the character of Sam's were her now, none of this would be happening. If Sam was like how she was back in the day, um, he would definitely have her foot on fucking Drew's neck. That's for damn sure. Craig says you should make a video call. Should Trina still be on G's because she's blind? I should make a video like that. Yeah. The difference is now, Spider Quake, is that I wouldn't give a shit how people felt about it. Back in the day, Spider, well, you were there for that. It was like Trina was like non grata when it comes to us talking about her. Before actually apparently developed a fucking spine. And it says, I wish someone would shut Stella down like Marshall. Now, Portia used to do in the beginning. She needs to mind her business because Curtis and Portia marriage ended because of them. Again, that's exactly why I'm glad that Isaiah said something. Isaiah was like, yo, listen, Portia went out her way. What's good, Krista? Portia went out her way. Can't talk about you. Yeah, I remember that shit. Make a video. Oh my god! Like the fucking complaints was fucking mind numbing. It was like, you do realize I'm talking about a fictional character, right? And just like the level of oversensitiveness would just get on my fucking nerves. Because honestly, tell you the truth, like, listen, it's okay to sit there and like a character and defend the character to a certain point. But, like, you shouldn't be sitting there living your life vicariously through these fucking characters. And they're not real. Like, if I talk about Trina and I talk about how shitty the character is or how much I don't like her, or if I just want to sit there and say, Trina needs to shut the fuck up. I don't think that people should be losing their shit. But this is where some people are. See, now I'm just at a point where I just don't give a shit. And plus, I love to sit there and fuck up somebody's den if I talk shit about a fictional character, because that's what it should be. It should be fiction. Dave says here about how you doing. Hope you've been well. The only question I have here is where the hell did Willow get the needle from? Well, I mean, she's a nurse, you know. She does. She has access. It's not like she don't have access. Quick says, do you think Jacob will eventually be the same after being younger? I hope not, because I don't like this version of Jacob. Like most of the men on Beyond the Gates, he's fucking spineless. And we also found out that Naomi had the BRCA gene. Like, we didn't fucking already know that she had the BRCA gene. Um, Vanessa Smith, they're trying to pimp out Kyle. Carlton Smith, they're playing these, you know, our needles are inventory in real life. Yeah. And it's funny too, because I could have swore like they did do one story where like they took medicine. I think it was Liz that she took medicine. She took something um from the hospital, and they wound up doing an investigation. And I think Liz was like, "Oh, I slipped up or I messed up or whatever," but like, I wonder if that's actually going to be investigated in a sense. Then he says, "Now you have to do a video just so I can read the comments." I'm always up for it. Listen, Danny B, I'm always up for Smith there fucking up somebody's day. It's sad. Like it really is sad. You know, Ed, I would fucking love that idea. Aaron says, please with Liz, she shouldn't be there. You know, let's be honest, she should have been fired and probably been jailed after what she did with Esmond. But I think this had a lot to do with Epiphany. It's like, I mean, I felt like they really played up the relationship with Epiphany and Liz. And I'm not saying that they didn't have one, but Epiphany also had a relationship with Robin. And they don't really talk about that or anything like that because probably the actors don't want to really be on the show anymore. Who shot Curtis in the Metro Court? And that was meant for Sonny. Wasn't it Pikeman? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, so yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm glad, Ed. Also, you know, listen, and I don't know if Jonathan's still in there though, but like, um, you know, Ed and Jonathan, I definitely need y'all to be sitting there watching Beyond the. I mean, I need y'all to be watching The Young and the Restless still too, because I would definitely love to have more people I can sit there and talk about The Young and the Restless with. So I'm glad Ed you're watching it, and Jonathan you're watching it too. Spikewood says Albert or Robin should return this year is the off Robin and give him a funeral. I agree with that. I'm not gonna lie, Spider-Quake, it will be hella odd when they start that and Robin's not there. The actress is not there. Um because you know the thing is, Spider-Quake, I've seen you know, she was on the show for a while. She like in her younger kid days. Um playing opposite of Tristan in the 80s. So yeah, that would be hella odd if she's not there. As this is not hard to get into lineup because we used to watch it and they only have a few new characters, so learning them. Okay, good, good. I'm glad. Seriously, I'm glad you're watching The Young and Restless. But yeah, no, it would be odd if Robin's not there. I mean, listen, I don't know why she stepped away. Letitia said they're going to Robin and Lou's funeral this year. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Charles Samuels is a badass. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Two episodes that I'm so not looking forward to. I know people are, and it's just it is what it is. But and Cherry's back. You know, Dave. I wonder how people are gonna respond to that. I wonder how people are gonna respond to that because I feel like it's gonna be well 50-50 or whatever. Like there's gonna be people that's gonna be like, "Oh, Jess, you're back. What's good, Jess?" Oh shit. Danny says Luke already had a funeral. That's true. Firecrack says Laura's mom needs a funeral. Laura's mom needs a funeral. So okay, maybe I've been drinking. Maybe the alcohol got to me, but like, what do you mean Laura's mom needs a funeral? What do you mean what do you mean Laura moms need a funeral? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, I guess they will at some point do that. Just as do you think they will fire? No, they won't fire Portia. I mean, listen, the fact that she didn't lose her license, the fact that she didn't lose her medical license, she only got a mark on it, and I mean, oh Leslie, no. And honestly, to tell you the truth, like, what else is Portia gonna do? Listen, we all thought that was stupid as fuck when Alexis was sitting there running a newspaper. It just didn't fit her character. I could not sit there and see. Yeah, I could not sit there and see Nancy Grant be anything other than a lawyer. Even when she was on a show called Santa Barbara, she was a fucking lawyer. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I think her name was Juliet or whatever. But like, she pretty much played Alexis on that show. So Dave says, if I may, I have a question for you. How has New York been under? I haven't really seen much difference, Dave. I'm gonna be honest. Like, in all reality, crime is still the same. People are still doing dumb shit. So like, but honestly, to tell you the truth, he hasn't really been intern that long though. So it kind of takes a while for whatever policies is going to sit there and implement to sit there and fall into place. So I don't know, Dave. I don't know if I'm going to sit there and see those policies for a while. No one gets consequences in PC. Ariana says Nancy Girl was the same ones. Yeah, and that's the thing. We saw some clips of Santa Barbara and her character, and I'm like, it's exactly the same. Like, but that's the thing, Ariana. Like, it's like it's like Kristen Storms, right? Kristen Storms played Belle on Days of Our Lives. Now, most people know her as Maxie, but guess what? When she was on Days of Our Lives, she she fucking played the same. She played essentially the same character. Her attitude, her moves, and everything like that was exactly the same on Days of Our Lives that it is on General Hospital. Two different shows, two different characters, same actress, and she played them exactly the same. Exactly that. Exactly. Right. When we were sitting there watching, I was like, "It's pretty much watching Maxie." I don't think I really don't feel like an actor or whatever changes that much. Like you look at Roger Howard, he's fucking Todd 2.0 on The Young and Restless. The same way he was on Franco on General Hospital, the same way he was Todd Manning on More Live. Then he says Maxie, Belle and Maxie are different. The characters are different. The way that Kristen Storms plays them are the same. You have the same attributes, the same mannerisms, exactly, Ariana, the same energy. Exactly, Jess. Exactly what I'm just saying. Like, honestly, tell you, Jess, if you sat there and you watched The Young and the Restless, and you saw the character that he's playing now, Matt Clark, it's the same fucking character that you saw as playing Franco. Music says, I think Portia will keep her job. Yeah. Danny, I love you, but I think that you're I don't know what is that you're okay. I don't think that you're getting what I'm saying. They're actually here's the thing, Danny. I'm saying as far as the way that they are playing the character is the same. Not necessarily like Maxie had the crazy side and Belle didn't. When I'm sitting there watching this whole blast from the past, no, that's the thing, Danny. I'm not all you're seeing is Chris. It wasn't just me. Let me put it this way. I don't know how to sit and explain it, but like they don't act they don't act that differently. This is the same thing for Kristen Storm, Roger Howard, hell, even Cameron Madison in the beginning. Cameron Madison, like his Drew character is a lot different than Ryan Lavery, right? But honestly, to tell you the truth, when you really think about it, like, they're playing it like his acting isn't much different. So like he's just being a more criminal asshole version of Ryan Lavery. That's what I'm saying. They're saying like their attributes may be different. Like, okay, she was more the wild child than Belle. Yes, some people don't change much. Is that they don't have much range, so they play them very similar. Kristen, Roger. It's just with Cameron, he's playing a different character. So his character is so far removed from Ryan Lavery that like that's where you can sit there and say it. Just like OG Brady, who played Rex now, the new Philip who plays Rex back on like left. Yes, it's the same thing. I don't know. I don't know if you're being stubborn. I don't know if you're being stubborn, but I don't know if you want to see. Yeah, I don't know if you're being stubborn. Their antithesis is exactly Ariana with Luke when GH killed him. They did a memory show for him. Yeah, I remember it, Charles. Their antics. Yeah, exact. That's what I'm sitting there saying. Like, okay, so you get what I'm sitting there saying. Like, I'm not sitting there saying like their actions or their characters' motivations or one playing more of a darker side and one playing more of a lighter side or whatever. But like, it's like, especially with Kristen. I mean, with Kristen Storms is very similar. That's what I mean, Danny. That's his own feel bad for Hobby. He wants to get at Leo for not mentioning the kiss, but he was about to leave town without. That's true. That's actually very true, Ed. Um, Now, music fan says Rebecca seems to play with every new. She plays the same with every new character, or is it the crew? Now, here's the thing with Taylor. Taylor is a more of a reserved character, right? I would sit there and say that maybe her. It's more like if you compare Hayden Barnes with Greenlee, you know. Ariana says the actor has certain traits that are that are there no matter exactly no matter. Yes. Now the automatic says it's like when someone like Katie McLean, Katie moved and spoke differently depending on if she was playing Dixie on All My Children or Jennifer on Days, or Rosanna on As the World Turns or Pamela on Beyond the Gates. Yes. Mike Quick says, I didn't know why Javi mad at Leo that acting like Leo kissed Dimitri back. He did. Well, that's the thing, Spider Quake. Leo did sit there and actually confirm that. Like, Dimitri literally sat there and said to Javi, yeah, I kissed him, but he kissed me back, right? And he honestly tell you the truth, Dimitri also said that to Leo, and Leo confirmed, yeah, he did kiss him back. Johnson says, I guess with certain actors playing a character, they use their own acting style. So when one person plays a different character, you see them as another character they played. I guess so, yeah. But yeah, it's fine. That's yeah. Used to move her body differently or even tweak her way to speak in between roles. You mean when she was on GH or when she was playing different alters? Um, the only thing that you really need to sit there and know is that Naomi did sit there and tell the doctor that she was seeing that she did have the BRCA gene. So she was lying on Friday about not having it. That's it. That's the big reveal. That's the biggest thing that I took from it. But Craig says that's not what happened on Friday. They must have rewrote history. Um, yeah, they like I said, there's just certain traits that they're just not going to sit there and be able to, get away from. It's just like Jacqueline Harris that played Paulina looked at her other work like playing Lisa on Sister Sister. The mannerisms are similar. Yeah, exactly. So it's like that's what I mean. I mean, I think we all kind of figured that out. They just confirmed it today. Um, Tyrell is still a fucking troll. Kat is still selfish as fuck. Um, it looks like Nicole is going to be upset with Shanice for dating her ex-husband Ted, even though she's sitting there fucking around with two other men. And and Tyrell is still being a fucking hypocrite and a troll. So, because I don't even know how he originally felt about the couture, but the minute that like Jessica was like, "Oh well, I don't like it because it's elitist and it's patriarchy and it's this and it's that and the third," he did, and I'm not gonna lie. It's not. Here's the thing. Here's the just. It's not that I didn't appreciate him having a bit of an attitude. It just seemed like it came out of nowhere. The minute that Marcel walked into the room, how come you walking in so late? Are you sitting there fucking with that girl? How come you sitting there messing with Leslie? Bro, why are you sitting there like getting on his toes about who he's sleeping with or the fact that he came in late for his meeting? You're not even his goddamn partner anymore. And that's that's another thing, yes. Because the thing is just Jake I mean Jacob's going undercover now, but like right? He was on his ass whenever. It was like, bro, it was like, where did that come from? It was like, bro, listen, I appreciate the gusto and the fact that you have a backbone. I wish you can have that with your wife because that would be fucking refreshing. But like, and that's the thing though. Like, he would sit there and try to be supportive of Naomi, and Naomi would sit there and give him an attitude, and then he would be all like, "Oh, okay, honey, da 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 da," and he will once again sit there and show that he's a weak-willed man, or let's be honest, he's acting like a little bitch. I hate that word, but that's just how I feel. Exactly, and that's exactly why Samantha sat there and said that he was being a hypocrite. Oh, even both of his dads was in there saying like, "Oh, so now you want to go to the couture? Now you need a suit to go to the couture? Oh, because Jessica's going to the couture, right?" Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's just, and of course, again, you got Vanessa Smith there trying to pimp out Kyle to her or her fucking man whore service. Which, listen, I have no problem with sex workers, but like, still. One second, Ed. Delmex says both GH and different authors. I remember an interview with Erica Slater that made a point of saying she had to remember that Vicky does not use construction stupid. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Delmex says the biggest takeaway I got from Beyond the Gates is Naomi and Jacob got a living room. As says, do you think Sarah's going to mess things up with Brady and try to get back with Xander? I think that's what Marlene is afraid of. And I think that if, let's be honest, Ed, I think if the fans push for it hard enough, they're going to sit there and try to get those two back together. Even though, Ed, let's be honest, me, you, Jonathan, all know that Sarah and Xander should not be getting together. You know what? Okay. I got to talk about what you call for a hot minute. I got to talk about Chelsea and Naomi. No, I got to talk about Chelsea and Madison. This is one of those things where opposites opposites really shouldn't attract it. I felt like the only reason why they got together was because they was physically attracted to each other. Okay, you got Chelsea Smith there popping pills in front of her straight laced girlfriend that's a doctor. So, she's sitting there saying, "Well, I'm not going to be sitting there taking pills for some guy I don't know." First of all, let me just sit there and let's just sit there and take a look at their jobs and their positions. One is a doctor. They're sitting there dealing with life and death threats every single day of the week. The other one is an influencer, and I'm not sitting there trying to belittle influencers and stuff. Okay, but like they're not on the same level. I don't even understand what the fuck their conversations look like. If Chelsea was with that big headed chick, the crazy one, I don't remember her name, and she's sitting there popping pills and stuff like that and getting ready to go on a dance floor, that chick wouldn't have had no problem with it. But Madison does. And why the fuck wouldn't she? She's a fucking doctor. You honestly sitting there think that she's gonna be sitting there take. Oh, thank you, Dana Beer Ashley. Was it Ashley? Thank you, Charles. You have a great night, and I will see you in the next one. Yeah, you know that big headed chick I'm talking about. Listen, I don't like to sit there and body shame, but let's let's be honest. Come on, Jess. We're not gonna sit there and try to look at that chick and act like her head was not big. Oh, Allison, thank you. But that's my whole thing though. Like Allison would have been, and thank you, Ed. Allison would have been down for that ride, but like Madison wouldn't be. Listen, they're sitting in the living room. And Chelsea's sitting there talking about, well, I didn't post in a while, and I got to sit there and feed the beast, otherwise the algorithm's going to sit there and work against me. Now I know about the fucking algorithm to some extent, but do you think that Madison, the fucking doctor, is going to know anything about like the YouTube algorithm or the Instagram algorithm? No. So why the fuck did those two ever get together? Listen, I've been with some chicks before that we were definitely opposite. It worked out, but like there are times the opposites don't always fucking like work out. You're a doctor and she's a fucking influencer. Like it just it's it's at last they're leaning on Chelsea being a train wreck. That's how they originally described her character before the show came out. And listen, I'm not a fan of fucking Chelsea, but I didn't either, Jonathan. And again, Julie's a fucking idiot. I didn't think that that was a good idea for just a couple of different reasons. Like, you're dealing with grief. You should have a fucking, like, that's not the place to sit there and be dealing with actual fucking grief. Like, and of course, Julie's comment didn't help, but as the Chelsea Madison conversation is Madison trying to understand Chelsea way of thinking and getting Chelsea to understand her doctor brain, which like again, not to mention that one is a very free spirited person, and the other one is a very straight laced, play it safe kind of person. Unless it's not that big head chick. I know if I was more upset, you was. I know if I'm more upset, you said, or more upset, we or no. I'm just listen. I don't like to sit there and body shame. Okay, I don't. I don't. But like, come on, let's be honest. We all looked at that shit. And by the way, listen. If I'm being a dick, I'm just gonna blame it on the alcohol anyway, so it doesn't really matter. it just here's again that's my whole takeaway is like you're dealing with grief and you know she was here's the thing she was worried about her freezing up when she was sitting there thinking about talking about a book or a passion or whatever. Did she even sit there and think about how Maggie would feel if she would freeze up and Marlena would feel if she freeze up and she starts like crying and like really just like bawling her tears out and everything like that? Like I feel like it's just a very delicate situation that like, you know, I mean, let's be honest. We saw that chick. We saw her body. Come on. Let's not sit there and try to act like depending on which way her head leans, that her body isn't like about to fall over. Okay? Her goddamn head can't support her body. That's just, it is what it is. Let's just move past that. And it says, have you noticed Joss and Trina are just roommates? They never see each other. Yeah. Um, which, listen, their stories are going on two different trajectories. What? Just, I'm not Smith there saying that I'm not Smith there saying anything that we're not all thinking. Like, we all sit there thinking about that shit. Not like I didn't sit there and see how her body was moving. Come on now. What do you think about Shanice and that? I actually tell you, I wasn't a fan of Shanice until she dealt with that chick today. Which, by the way, what's that chick's name? I don't remember that chick's name, but the actress I think is from another. I could have swore I saw her before. But like I said, the way that she sat there and dealt with that chick when she was like, "Oh, you with like a something like that." I was like, first of all, I was like, "Girl, most chicks would have sat there and smacked the living fire out your ass." Um, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with Ted and Shanice. I didn't like her either because I felt like she was just very like nosy, busybody or whatever. Um, I was impressed with her today how she sat there and handled that bougie ass chick. Let's be honest. Um, because let's be honest, Jazz, I could deal with Shanice more than I could sit there and deal with Leslie. Um, I'm gonna be honest. Sad when your character is known as the big headed chick. Hey, listen, it is what it is. To be honest, Leslie still gets on my fucking nerves. One second, John. Leslie still gets on my fucking nerves, and I'm not gonna lie. Leslie got a body, okay? And yet she still gets on my fucking nerves. Okay. She's one of those characters like, yes, I get it, girl, you got some nice tits, but like your character is still fucking annoying and gets my fucking nerves every single goddamn time that she talks. I'm gonna be real. And honestly, tell you the truth, I don't even give a shit if I get canceled for that. That's just how I feel. Now, Justin says, do you think Jack and Jennifer would change their minds on their agreement because of what Thomas said? I don't think so because Jack was like, listen, I'm not going to placate to every time Thomas gets upset, right? I think it's one of those things where it's like they're going to wait and see how it plays out. But they live in a small fucking town. So, this is, again, this is what makes it so fucking retarded. But, like I said, Shanice was annoying in the beginning. But, like, Here's the thing. I'd rather scenes with Ted and Shanice than Ted and Leslie. Okay, because I'm so sick and tired of seeing Ted. Music says, why are there no Beyond the Gates uploads on YouTube? Um, I think they're kind of learning their lesson from The Young and the Restless. What did Thomas say? Oh, all he said was like, I don't trust my dad. Like, because he still thinks that like his dad is going to lie to him about with Kat. So that's why he was like, this whole agreement that y'all have isn't good enough. Um, because he's like, my dad lied to me before. So he wants to sit there and see if he's going to uphold his promise about not being with Kat. Which again, it's so fucking stupid because they live in the same. Let me tell you something. Do you understand how fucking silly it is and how stupid it is to sit there and watch a grown ass man sit there and see this woman and then practically feel like he has to run away like a fucking cartoon character? Oh my god, I can't have my family sit there and see me with like with Kat. Like, come on, seriously? What are we doing at this point? This is like what I'm sitting there saying, like, you give these kids like Thomas and Rachel too much damn power. I'm not sitting there saying you have to be an asshole of a parent, but like at some point your fucking foot needs to sit there and be put down. Otherwise your kids are gonna be constantly stepping on you. Like Rachel, like Thomas. Can't sit there and think of the characters on GH, but like yeah, that's I understand that to some extent because, like, listen, Abigail wouldn't want the kids around somebody that was vile and fucked up and shit. Like, I get that. Music says Chloe just quietly went away on Beyond. On the Younger Us. That's actually very true. I think her name is something Hendrickson. Um, well, think about music. Think about Elena. Elena was a character that also went away quietly. Her story was, oh, Elizabeth Hendricks. Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, Danny Bear. Yes, Elizabeth Hendricks. I'm not gonna lie. When I think about Hendrix, okay, I could too, Jonathan. But here's the thing, Jonathan. When I think about Hendrix, take a wild guess about who I think about when I think about Hendrix. And no, it's not the music person. I'm gonna sit there and give you a hint. It's not the music person. It's not Jimi Hendrix. But there's another Hendrix that I think about when I think about Hendrix. Sit there and give you a guess. Exactly. Yeah. No. She. Yeah. That was good. It's actually scary. You are correct, Jonathan. Jonathan, you impress me every single goddamn day. That was scary fucking accurate. Didn't even sit there and take a second try. Just wow. Spikework says, wasn't Elizabeth Hendricks that DA Dawson who Sonny had daughter and was it Elizabeth? Was it Elizabeth? Yes. That was her. Yes, that was the actress. You are correct. Good for GH. Fucking days to sit there. That is cute. That is correct, music fan. Like I said, that that was. I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. That was scary accurate. That was good. I'm very impressed. What did I actually get into this one? Okay, see that kind of. All right. As much fun as this has been, I do have to sit there and wake up early in the morning tomorrow. It's not a full day, so I'm very happy about that. But a 4 a.m. wake up call is still a pain in the ass. So I'm going to end the stream here, but I will be back tomorrow. We'll sit there and talk more about GH and all the other shows, obviously. Yes, with that being said, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you for joining. Thank you, music fan. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Ed, for joining. Yeah, Ed. I mean, listen, that doctor really did fuck. The doctor really did fuck up. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Ed. Johnson says join us next time for another additional soap chat. Robert Bostic, thank you. Johnson says, "Can I hit the like button?" Yes, hit that goddamn like button because it really does help. Seriously, thank you. Thank you, Charles, for joining. Thank you, music fan. Thank you, Queen Jess. Thank you, Allison. And yes, Kyrie's is not there streaming right now. I'll probably just pop my head in and sit there and say what's up, of course. But yes, Kyrie Clark is going to be streaming. Most of y'all know who Kyrie Clark is, and y'all know his channel. So definitely sit there and support Kyrie Clark. Um, Thank you, Danny Bear. Thank you, Dolomedics. Thank you, Allison. Queen Jess again. Spiderquake. That is correct. I will be sitting there making some food and popping in to say what's up. Yes, hit that like button. Seriously, hit that like button because it does help. Laters.